This year's Minecraft April Fools snapshot is absolutely crazy and so much fun to play. There are a lot of challenges to complete and things to do, and we're going to be doing them all. But today, I'm going to show you how I got hundreds of levels in each of my first 3 mines. And my secret strategy for doing this is probably far from what you would expect. My name is Mint Refresh, and this is Craftmine. Craftmine turns Minecraft into a roguelike game where you create and jump between new worlds called mines, collect experience, and level up your own skills. These worlds are not your typical Minecraft world, but instead start relatively normal and get more wild and dangerous as you progress. Alright, here we are in the Matrix, in the hub, and I am yearning, I am fiending for some mines. So let's get started. What do we got up for us? Mine 1, we've got surface that's normal, surface exits, zombies, granite, plains, and cows are going to be the interesting ones. We also have axolotls, which is interesting. Now, cows is good if we have food. Zombies are going to be really good for XP because they will call in reinforcements and group up. The only other thing I see that is really worth adding in here is going to be savanna. That's just going to get some more trees. And that should help us get started faster. There's other ones that when we come back here, we'll hopefully have some more ingredients to work with. So, alright. Mine 1. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Alright, is this the first world? Or... Oh, this is just a sham subscribe plug world. Yeah, go subscribe, ring the bell, and maybe your world will be less empty. But anyways, back to Craftmine. Oh, here we are, and we're in the middle of the water. Oh, okay. Well, that's close by. Where are we? Oh, there's a lush cave area. Let's get some stuff and get going here. We need some wood, sticks, pickaxe, and let's make a crafting table, because I'm gonna need one very shortly. So, we want to quickly get some XP. Actually, where's some stone? That's really going to be the first thing, I think, because if we can get some stone, then we can get stone tools really quick. Here's some stone. Okay, good. Thinking about like 16 stone will be good to get us started. So that's a furnace, a pickaxe, an axe, and a sword. I also need a little bit of XP, and I didn't make a sword, so I guess I'm just going to use this pickaxe on these cows. You know, it's Craftmine. We're mining, after all. And, you know, if you're a cow, you have to get mined sometimes. It's really just a cycle of life. There we go. Okay. With this being the start of our journey, I have no skills unlocked yet, which means I get none of my inventory but my hotbar and no crafting. Changing that is priority number 1. Okay, 1 level. Alright, now we've got a level. Let's get ourselves crafting. Oh, okay. Ooh. The tropical fish are being hunted by the axolotls. Okay, they're just farming them. Well, that's interesting. That is actually really interesting. In every mine, there are 2 overarching tasks. The first and most important, find the exit. We got impeccable generation here this time, but it can be a lot trickier in the future. The second task is to maximize XP collection and conversion. Collecting experience is the same as vanilla. Killing mobs, smelting, and mining ores and skulk are going to be the most straightforward ways to do that. Converting XP is new though, and is the trick to getting through the skill tree fast. Every item has an inherent value, and when you win a mine, every item in your inventory is converted into XP. For most cases, rarer and harder to get items have higher values and give more XP than more common items. But as you'll see as we continue, there are some quirks. Alright, so might as well grab these. This is just free XP for later. 0.2, so these are each 0.05. That's not bad, actually. If they're just gonna farm fish for me, that's pretty good. So, pockets. That seems like first thing that's worthwhile. I found some firefly bushes, which are decent experience. And then with my new stone tools, I chopped some wood for later and continued to kill some cows, which got me a few trophies. With this XP, I began down the combat and gatherer trees, and unlocked Hunter, which is basically looting. We're going to take this copper too. Not only is that going to give us good value once we smelt it up and turn it into blocks, but also just by smelting it, we're going to get extra XP. So we'll get XP that we can use here and now, and we'll get more XP that we can take out of the world. I made my way back to the start in order to dump my inventory and prepare for my first night of fighting zombies, which I hoped would help me get a lot of quick levels. Alright, so it's about day. I have made it to 11 levels, which is a pretty good start. There's also, because of all these hills, you can see a lot of exposed ore, and there's some tropical fish actually floating around. We should grab that. Oh, oh. Okay, there's so much tropical fish. I keep like turning around to mine some coal, and then I look back and there's just a whole lake full of... Alright, so we are heading back to the spawn point, and I have 23 fish. That is crazy, because that's a total of how much? 1.15. Wow, that is a lot, and it's not even a full stack. And if they're going to keep farming the fish for us, we're going to have a decent amount of it to take out of the world for us, which that is going to be some surprisingly good XP. So what I want to work towards right now is this deeper pockets, which I need 15 levels for, and I got 11. But I'm actually going to start with this apprentice smelter. But that gives me a free furnace, which is not a big deal. But I also get a bunch of free coal. We're going to turn this into blocks, because you see this has 0 value, but the blocks have real value. We turn it back, and now the coal has value. So coal is going to be really nice, because we can get XP out of that, as well as getting the coal, which we can use as fuel or just keep for XP. So being able to find these patches is going to really help us get up a few levels real quick. So now we have some better food. We have sword stuff. Let's go get some more zombies. My second night of zombies got me enough levels to unlock deeper pockets, and then I spent some time mining the bits of coal and copper that I could see. We definitely want to go through the mining process soon, because we can get a starting pickaxe that'd be helpful, and eventually we can get one that is diamond and with fortune, and that will be pretty big. So let's start that way. The fish farm. Oh boy. Well, you can see now all the fish that's just hanging out. These axolotls are sadistic. I spent the next 2 Minecraft days mining and then grinding zombies, getting a healthy amount of coal, copper, and XP while making my way down the mining tree. I just killed more zombies at 11 levels right now, and at first I thought that I was going to spend 10 on the mining faster, which is still a good nice thing to have, but really what I'm thinking of right now is getting Master Smelter, because not only does that give me a blast furnace, I believe, but I think it also gives me a stack of charcoal, which would be cool, because I'm going to have a lot more stuff to smelt later once we really get started, and so I think this is just going to help us do stuff to get more XP, because once we get going with this, what we're really going to want to do is start making it down here with learning, because learning is going to help us get more experience once we leave, and we really want to do as much as we can before we leave, because all the XP we put into that should give us a lot more XP once we leave. I keep going on and on about the fish grinder. I know people are probably just like, it's just fish, but one stack of this is a value of 3.2, and if they're just gonna show up in front of me, we are 100% gonna try to make full stacks of that. So I come over to this lush caves area, but I want to talk about what I think the master plan is going to be. A lot of people I've been seeing have noticed that moss is good, which it's alright, it's 0.03 per block, which is a little bit more than like a lot of things. And you can get it pretty quickly. Now, the counter to that is carpets have the same value, and you can make 3 moss carpets per 2 moss blocks. So if you're getting moss blocks, then you can basically get 50% more XP out of them by turning them into carpets. My counter to that is clay, because clay blocks drop 4 clay balls each, and 4 of those is 0.08, which is not bad. Now that's before you do other things you can do, like smelt the clay and turn it into bricks, and turn those bricks into other things. So I think that's really going to be the idea, is we're going to mine up all this clay, and we can get so much more than we can at the moss. And then I say we go smelt that, get XP out of that, which we can use to continue leveling up. And then we see how much we can get out of things with clay, because I think we can do a decent job there. Alright, so let's cook some of this clay that we got. I got 2 stacks, so each of the stack is going to be 1.28. All right, so each brick is 0.03. So basically, we're going to get 50% more value out of doing this. So obviously we have brick blocks, which 0.12, which is actually the same. We can also do flower pots, so that'd be 0.09. Oh, is that too? Hold on. Okay, so we lose stuff from that, and then this is 0.12 to 0.2. Okay, wait, so that's pretty good. So we would go from having something that is worth 0.08 to 0.02. That is 2.5 times more value, and that's pretty good. So we can get 0.2 for every block we mine if we're going to cook it up into this. It's pretty good. I don't know anything that has that kind of value, actually. And there's clay everywhere. Yeah, so we really want to try and work with that, I think. So I also have this copper. The copper is similar. It's 0.03 ingot, so it's the same as a brick. And then we can do a few things. We can make copper blocks, so 9 copper ingots is 0.27. We put it in here, we get 1.8. That's really good. So now we have 7.2 worth of copper, which is 4 copper blocks. If we turn it into cut copper, it's the same value, actually. So you would think that this doesn't mean anything. There's no reason to turn it to cut copper, except if we had a stone cutter, which we don't, so I'm gonna need to go find some cobblestone. That's raw stone right there, I think. If we can get raw stone and then turn this into a stone cutter, we can quadruple the value of every block of copper. Okay, so 1 charcoal right now is making 23 smelts. That's crazy. That means with 3 charcoal, I can cook an entire stack. So we're gonna be good on fuel for a while. Oh my god, look at all of this. Wow, the fish grinder is running. Now, just by smelting, I am racking up levels. So let's take a look, see if there's anything I want to do. I can do 15 and get more experience from things smelted. Perfect. We're about to cook a whole lot of things. We should 100% be doing that. I tore this area apart for clay. So while I'm doing that, enjoy these crunchy clay sounds. By continuing to kill zombies at night, I was able to get the Heart of Netherite unlocked. Alright, so when we go start taking this clay out of the furnaces, we're going to be getting a good amount of extra XP, which is good. That is what we want. And where is my boat? Alright, so I just completed my first stack of decorated pots, and that is 12.8. That's pretty good. That's not more than all of this copper, but it is a whole lot easier to get. And again, that's not counting all of the XP I got on the way to that point. I also got the stone cutter now. So let's grab that copper. We're going to need to cook some more. So this 14 copper, which is 25.2, and we're going to quadruple it. So this is now going to be over 100. Okay, we want full blocks. 100.8. Ooh, yeah. I was a pottery factory, turning all the clay I had gotten into pots, but finally, I was done. Alright, so I finished cooking everything to fill up my inventory, as well as literally everything I had. So let me show you what's in my inventory first. So I have a lot of upgrades because, of course, this is the first world, and I want to have some choices and stuff that I can, put in the world if I want. And then I have a lot of these decorated pots. Each stack is going to be 12.8. I've got it's 38 coal blocks, just 17.1. And then I have a lot of cut copper. Each of these 2 stacks is 115.2 value, and this one is 50.4, so that's gonna be pretty good. I have a lot of decorated pots left over. I also have all of the tropical fish. Unfortunately, those are just not enough for the space that I had. So, really, I burnt all of the clay just to get the XP out of the furnaces. And now we are going to go see how much we get for leaving our first world with our inventory full of pots, which is probably not what you were expecting me to see for getting a lot of XP. I mean, I know a lot of people have gone for the leaf litter, the moss. When you get to a good point, you get a lot of diamonds. That's obviously good, but for starting off, it's clay pots. So I'm probably just going to collect this all up. It's not recommended, but fun. How much do we get? Uh-oh, here we go. Um, uh, all right, I'll wait. Oh my god, we're going past 300. 320. Oh, never mind. 300, 334 levels. Now the recommended thing is not to go collect it all up as I did, but this, I kind of want to see this number. It's nice. And you know, there's more to come. I'm not worried about having lost out on some. 344 for World 1. That's that's spectacular. And now we have our first mine completed. So let's drop this off right here. What is this world gonna look like? Okay, floating islands, swamp, and still zombies, and pigs for the sniffers. All right, so let me recap what I have done. So I've gotten my full inventory back. Awesome. I now have 3x3 crafting. Originally I would have gone for this, but I was able to hold out long enough to just spend the 33 levels for this because honestly it saves me inventory space and I happen to leave my crafting table behind a lot. So no longer have to worry about that. Over in Gatherer, we now have the Fortune Diamond Pick, which is going to be incredible for mining. Now that's going to be a lot more viable than it was. Longer arms for collecting things from a distance. It's also just going to be a nice thing for moving quickly. Starting with an iron sword, and I'm able to wear armor. It just seems worthwhile. I had levels to spend. A lot of just speed things. Just want to be able to go faster. I got up to learning 13, and I now have a triple jump. So I've been thinking about this a bit, and I'm thinking the best thing to do here is going to be to go for the taiga biomes. And I was really deciding between the taiga and the jungle. Now, the jungle would allow me access to bamboo, which I can probably get really quickly. The taiga gives me a lot of wood, which I guess is similar to the jungle. Also, you get mossy cobblestone boulders, which I think have somewhat decent value. Now, the other thing I was thinking of is the Badlands, which could be interesting because there'd be a lot of gold everywhere, and we can see how much that would be worth. Now, the one problem with both doing the jungle and the Badlands that actually made me settle on the taiga is that this is floating islands. And this requires mining, and jungles can just be hard to navigate, and I don't want an accident. All right, we have floating islands with swamp, pigs, and zombies. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, I'm in a snowy taiga. Oh, I'm a lot faster than I thought I would be. Okay. Well, I don't feel... Oh, actually, no. I feel dangerously fast with the sneaking. Okay. Well, let's... Oh, that's a shame. Okay, I don't know where the exit is. Oh, no. Okay. So, we're gonna have a bit of a journey ahead of us, I think. Man, sneaking is so fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to that. I began looking around, hoping I'd come across the way out, and picking up some pork chops as I went. I stopped in a swamp to grab some wood and stone to make a furnace to cook my food. In a situation such as this, you can find the location of an exit by crafting an exit eye with 8 copper and 1 iron ingot. While I considered doing this, I first wanted to try finding it on my own by making a large square around the spawn point, starting at 300 blocks out. There's often an exit within that distance, so it felt like a decent strategy. Well, okay, I found the Mega Taiga area, so we have these mossy cobblestone boulders. Let's take a look at one of them. Oh, here's a piece. Okay. 0.05, so that's actually as much as the tropical fish was. So that means every stack of this we get, which shouldn't be hard, is going to be 3.2. Not bad, since it's getting dark here. Let's just grab a little bit. Oh, there's Lush Caves area. Why? Why is there one in this world? I don't understand. Snow stopped. It just... What causes those to generate? I don't really get it. Oh, hey! I saw it. Okay, the exit's right over here. Can I make this? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there's also lava down there, which is going to be good because obsidian is pretty decent, and now I have a diamond pick to mine it. Oh, okay, there we go. Ah, now this jump I can't make. I do. Oh wow. Okay. Let's try and keep this contained for right now. Oh, there's a boulder in the middle of the exit. Okay. I set up camp at the exit, lit up the area, and immediately got to work on the obsidian. All right, so let's start getting obsidian. Let's see how much this is worth. Oh, okay, I got that in 0.5. 0.5. That is pretty good. We're gonna get all this obsidian that we can. Alright, so I just finished mining out that lava pocket, and we have 66 obsidian. So this whole stack is 32 in value. That is really nice. I want to see what else we can do that can get us maybe a little bit more value, because the clay is decent and takes a lot of time, and it's easily beaten by like copper. We should definitely be looking into that. And I already want to go down to where we can get a decent amount of ores to find that other lava pocket, get more obsidian. I'm also going to make a cheap sword because I'm a little bit worried that I'm just going to go straight through this. Like, I'm almost at halfway on this iron sword, so we're definitely going to need a better sword as quick as we can get. I made my way down to the lava I saw earlier, grabbing ores on the way. I did come across an exposed zombie dungeon, but there wasn't anything great in the chest though. I lit up the area a bit, but I was still constantly defending from zombies while I worked on the obsidian. So I've just finished mining out all of this obsidian and all the lava underneath, and that got me a bit over 2 stacks of obsidian. So really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take another look around here, see if there's anything worth having before we head back up to the exits and drop our stuff off. So I'm back up at the top here, and I've been kind of trying to figure out what I want to do to accumulate a lot of XP value. One thing I was thinking that might be good originally is copper, except we haven't come across any copper. We're actually way too high up. We could go lower into the islands and do that, but that really is, a lot of risk that I don't think we really need to be taking. I think right now we should try to make use with what we have. One thing I'm thinking of is a lot of this mossy cobble. I think is a really good plan. It's quick. It's not gonna be as good as going and getting a lot of this clay and turning it into pots again, but I think we're gonna try that out, see how far we get, and see how we're feeling about it in a little bit. So I know I just said that I was going to be focusing on getting a mossy cobblestone, but here I am in the mangrove swamp, and what I realized that brought me over here is something that does have decent value is firefly bushes. And I thought, I wonder if there's a good amount of them I can find. And so far I've found none. Maybe they're not in mangrove swamps. I thought they were. Maybe they're only by water. Yeah, so I'm going to scout around. We're going to see if we can find any. I did not find any firefly bushes, but I did end up on a mining adventure and found a spider dungeon, which was neat, but the loot wasn't anything that helpful. So I started putting together what my inventory for leaving is going to look like. I also just realized I have an extra row this time around. So, of course, the obsidian is good. The coal is really good. Here's all my upgrades. I also realized the iron is pretty good this time because I've gotten so much. Right now I have it smelting because while it doesn't actually increase in XP value, I get the XP from cooking it. So it seems like a good enough reason to be doing that. And then for the rest of the space, I have the mossy cobblestone, which isn't great. Or I start going for the clay. I think we're gonna start getting some clay. We'll do a bit. We'll see how it goes. It's pretty good value, and we have it everywhere. I got myself a furnace wall, kept the iron flowing, and began excavating as much clay as I needed to fill the remaining space of my exit inventory. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, what? I have never run into those ever in 12, 13 years of playing Minecraft. Okay. Oh, I'm not ready for that. Let's think about this. What do I have at my disposal here? I get leather armor. I can get diamond sword, but sword's not really the problem. I need to make sure I don't die. So we're dressing up. That one's singled out, actually. I think my chances now, if I'm gonna do it. Let's go for it. Okay, there we go. That's one. Kelly scared. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go. They're not as bad as, I always thought they'd be. Again, I've never tried one of these in however many years since they were added. It had 1.9, I think. Okay, where's the last one gone? But, oh, did you drown the skeletons? Oh, that's where you guys are. Okay. Alright, so it is getting dark, so I need to be quick, but it is time to head out. So I have filled up my to-go chest. It didn't take very long. Better position for the clay. I got more furnaces, a lot more fuel. So this was a lot faster than last time. And this is what I have left over. I have all my trophy ornaments just around. And let's get some stuff and get out of here. See how much XP we got. Alright, so again, this is what my inventory looks like. How much money do you think we're about to get? Let's find out. Oh, it's gonna be exciting. So we're at 21 right now, and oh, okay. I'm trying to think of, do I want to handle this better this time? No, no. There's better times for that. We're just gonna soak this all in. I need the validation. We're not, okay, I was gonna say, we're not making past 400, right? Okay, so 375, so we got 354 out of that. It's pretty good, cannot complain. There's our second mine. And yeah, so, what do we make of that? Oh, hey, look, so we got a lot of things now. Striders and Enderman. Enderman, ooh, that's interesting. That would be interesting to farm. It would actually be a whole lot less dangerous at night, because I can choose whether or not I want to deal with them. And we have 2 slots now. I think I get to the netherite sword. There we go. Iron armor. This is an easy one. Let's start with some food. Bow and arrows? Yeah! Why not? I think that's good to have. Get some axes? Why not? I don't think it's a bad thing to have. I think we're gonna sink into here. So once again, I've been really thinking about what we want to do with this third mine. Enderman might be a decent way to get XP passively, because basically we can do an Enderman farm. I'm not too interested in doing that right now, because right now I just want to build up mass levels of XP, A, for fun, but B, also so that we can make sure we've got everything unlocked that we're going to really want. I was thinking about striders. I at first thought I kind of disregarded them, but they actually do provide string, which is pretty helpful here. Neither of what we have here is going to give us a good food source, so I'm going to think we should have cows, because now with cows what we can have is leather, and with that string we can make bundles. Forest is also decent because of leaf litter. I don't think that's what I want to focus on, but it'd be a nice thing to just, fill up the remainder of my inventory when we get to that point. I really want to, I think, focus on copper, because copper is going to be really good, and I really want to try and push however many levels I got last time. How much was that? 340, I think? I really want to do copper, and that is not going to work on floating islands, so I really want to override that. I think if we go for amplified, we'll probably find a good amount of that. We haven't done amplified yet, so I say we try that out and see how it goes. I think this is going to be our world. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, I have a whole bunch of stuff now. I forgot about that. Okay, let's put all this on. I have a boat. How did I get a boat? I don't remember that one, but okay. Okay, so the exit is right there, so that's nice. Last time we had to travel a bit. And I already see a bunch of copper there. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Yeah, let's just take a look around, I guess. See what we got. Oh, this is fun. Now this looks like some beta Minecraft generation. Now I was hoping I'd find a big, like, cave. Which, oh my god, look at that. What is going on over there? What is that? There's some cows over there. Where is Strider's at, you think? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's also some coal. I'll take that. Oh, there's copper right down here. Okay. I've already gotten a bunch of stuff, kind of just like mining around. It looks like a lot, but remember that I've the fortune in copper drops a bit, so I already got a good amount of copper. Thinking this will just be a pretty good strategy. It's just going around, seeing what I can get, just like from these cliffs here. And then eventually, if I find like a good mine, I'll go and do it that way. But right now, I think this has been decently lucrative. No, there we go. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty calm with just the Enderman. There's not really much of a concern, so that's nice as long as I pay attention. There's actually a lot over there. And they're going to start digging up the world, which I don't think is actually a problem. Okay. This is how it gets dangerous, and they all start teleporting everywhere. Oh, okay, well, I looked at that one. Hi. You're in my boat. Son, you're in my boat. I'm not in as much peril as in other worlds, but it is definitely still, like, interesting. Ah, look at that. That sounds like a good place to go mining. Okay, so we're gonna go check this out. I'm gonna head back towards our spawn because I feel like I've been getting a good amount of stuff here, but not as quick as I want. So I guess this is a pretty slow process so far. And also I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory, so I might as well go drop it off. If we go look another direction, hopefully we'll find something that screams out for a good opportunity. Look at all this value we've already got. And I haven't even cooked the copper yet. Lapis? I don't know. I don't know what lapis is gonna do for us. Let's take a look. That was decent. That was really good. Okay. We want this. Alright, so that was like 4 pieces of lapis ore. 4.8 value. We want lapis if we can get it, I think. Wait, what? Now it's... Okay. Lapis is good. I think we should take everything we get out of that. Yeah, nothing there either. What is the deal? How am I gonna find the good cave? Because, like, that's cool, but that does not help me. Okay, this is neat. I like this. Ooh. What do we got here? Alright, so I'm hanging out down here right now. Let me just quickly make some copper blocks. So, I just need to find, I guess, something good, because this is alright, but it's kind of tedious. So I don't really want to spend too long doing this. But let's just see if we can find like an entrance to a good cave that isn't underwater. Okay, I don't think there is much more to really do down there. Magma blocks are not bad. Should we go pick up all those magma blocks just because? Yeah, I guess we can see how that goes. Okay. Alright, so I just picked up all those magma blocks. 4.92. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so I'm noticing some glowing spots in the water. I want to see what those are about. Because again, our goal is to get into a good cave. So, if there's something worthwhile, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, we've made it to deep slate layer, going through a cave. So this is where I guess things might get interesting. We're still underwater, which is not entirely the best. Hey, I see diamonds. Okay. And lapis. So I guess we're gonna go find out how much diamonds are worth, because we have actually not mined any yet. Diamonds. So 4.0 for a diamond. That's not bad. That's pretty good. All this copper is a lot more. So unless I find a insane amount of diamonds, copper still would have been the winner, because we're able to get so much of it. And again, this all gets smelted and then quadrupled. I'm hoping I can find an actual, like, not flooded cave system. I hope I can find my way out of here when I need to. I mean, I guess my pickaxe will survive long enough if I have to dig my way out. Okay, I can hear an Enderman. If I can hear an Enderman, that means we must be close to an actual, like, non-flooded cave. Over here? Oh, wait, is this surface? Oh. There's nothing here. I hear a bat, though. Oh! Oh, we made it somewhere. Okay. And there's nothing here, once again. Alright, so I just took a look at what I've got here. So, we've got 31 diamonds, which I'll show you in a second. But all this lapis, that's a good number. 31 diamonds, 124. Wow. So, yeah, diamonds are pretty good. I mean, to be expected. It's more about, like, you know, getting a lot of them so that you can get to, like, some of those high stack sizes, because that's only now, like, just beating copper. I just don't really know what I've seen, what I haven't, if I'm done. All right, guys, so I found a geode, so let's take a look at here. Okay, build with Enderman, and I have this warden boss fight. Alright, well, that feels a little bit early, but I guess it is what it is now. Or two. That's actually 0.2. Ooh. Okay. Should we get all these amethyst blocks then? I think that might be worthwhile. So I got a whole stack of this now. That's 12.8. That's pretty good. Alright, I filled up what's left of my inventory with these amethyst blocks. So these, I believe, are the same value as one of those full stacks of decorated pots. So they're good. They're not going to be as good as some of the other stuff I have. So obviously nothing's going to beat those diamonds. The stack of copper, right? That's going to be so much better. But we don't have a whole lot of that. All right, so I just made a little bit more space. I can toss out this granite and get a little bit more because all of the redstone compressed into that. Though what I noticed is that I'd have to look at it again, but I think blocks of redstone are worth less than the redstone itself. So that's interesting. Oh, I've made it out. Wow. All right, so this is going to be my exit chest. So everything I know is coming with me is going to go into there. Or I think is coming with me. Alright, so that's half of my inventory for the most part. I still got all this copper. Okay, we're back in this area now. Diamond. I see more Dobermans. Let's get all these. Oh yeah. Yeah, because lapis is insanely good. Oh hey, look at that. Doberman. Ooh, a lot of diamonds. Oh, where am I? I think overall we're actually closer to the way out. Now let's go put our stuff down and get cooking. It's up here. Oh, wait, this is a different one. Wait, hold on, where am I? I've made it. We'll definitely RIP my boat. We definitely do not have that anymore. So I just want to point out here that these 29 blocks of lapis is 0.4 in value more than these 26 diamonds. That's just an interesting thing to notice. Alright, so this is all going to take a decent amount of time to cook, so I will be back once I've done all of that. Alright, so I have finished cooking everything, and so this is what is left. As you can see, there's a bunch of amethyst blocks that are left over because that one geode gave us a lot. Alright, so I'm also wearing some random scraps of armor, and this is because this is stuff crafted with the materials that I had. And, you know, why not? It's a little bit of extra value. But here is what the inventory is going to look like. So we have all of these things in here I want to bring back with me. Then we have a bunch of diamonds, 256 in the stack, 104. And we have a bunch of other things. We have the lapis, we have the coal, we have all of this copper, some iron, some gold, a bunch of other stuff. The redstone I mentioned before, it was more valuable as items, but that isn't direct comparison. But because I had so much redstone I can turn into blocks, it allowed me to get a lot of value just together. One other thing is, in cooking all of that, I made it up to level 32 again. So I can't buy the next learning, but I can spend it on a jump. So I might as well do that. Alright, so exit is over here. Let's take what we got. See how much all of this is worth. This is going to be crazy. I'm definitely expecting bigger than the last two. Let's see how we do, guys. How much, guys? How much is it gonna be? And... oh! Oh, man. Yeah, we're just gonna pick it all up again. I think it's fun. Clearly, I'm not hurting for levels. I got a key from that. Wait, how did I get a key? Guys, why did I get a key? Oh, we definitely passed the last two times. We're gonna pass 400. Oh, we're passing 400. Are we gonna pass 500? Why not? Why not? For fun. Yep. Okay, well, this is happening. I'm gonna go put my mine down here. Oh my god, it's still going. So that's mine 3. Oh, okay. Passing 600. 700? You know, 700's a good number. I like 700. Should we go for 700, guys? So, you guys come here often? You should. You should subscribe if you haven't. Oh, guys, we're going to 800. We're going to 800. What was the number? 4 million, right? Oh my god, it's still going. How is it still going? There's still a whole bunch. We're definitely gonna go past 900 at this rate. Oh my god, is this gonna happen before the XP despawns? That would be tragic, but it'd also be hysterical. Oh my god, it's still going, guys. There's no way we're gonna pass 1,000. There's no way, it's dwindling. There's no way, right? Oh, that was all. 971. So, I had 4 to start with. Not that that really matters at this point. That is nothing compared to the amount of XP it costs to go up a level right now. Oh my. I have a key. Storage. Oh, okay, I got storage room. But yeah, should we go take a look at our room? Which side do we want to go? I say we go this side. Looks like it'll be the same. Hanging barrels. That is, yep, exactly as advertised. Oh my god, what do we even do now? Well, we should definitely finish this at this rate, right? Alright, Sigma Grindset, everyone. We can finish jumping too, probably. Get to the elytra. Is there anything else that's like... I say we get a trident. There we go. I'm afraid that this is going to be something, like, ridiculous. Oh well. Get the bundle. You might as well do this. The Endure Enjoyer thing's kind of annoying, but I think it might be worth it to go down this route. Yeah, don't have to ask for it later. This might not hurt. Yeah. Let's make sure we know how to get out of here. Spend 5 for some ender pearls. Let's go jumping. Alright. I am the jump king now. We still have 3 levels. Let's spend 100 on this. Might as well. I'm just really worried about like the size of my inventory. I might need to do more research before going for some of these others and like seeing if I care to go faster, if I'm gonna be in pain going that much faster. Yeah, so I still have 223 levels left over after spending 750, right? Well, that is definitely where we are leaving off today. That's some crazy XP levelage, guys. If you've enjoyed watching me do all of this, please like the video so I know, subscribe so that you can see more as it comes out, because I'm definitely going to continue this to some extent. I don't think I'm going to be grinding as hard because I don't think I need to at this point, but maybe I will for fun, just to to see how far we can push it. But there's gonna be more things I want to check out here. So again, like the videos, please subscribe, and I will see you all later. So peace and have a good one.